Hi everyone, so today I want to show you how I made this card. This is a 6x6 stepped shutter card, but this one's slightly different because it's got an opening up part here and it's also got two pockets, one here and one here. So I've got little tags in there. So it's quite a busy card. I've done it with some really nice paper. This paper is from Antonio Makes and it's part of his June V.I.P kit. So head over to antoniomakes.com. Don't forget to use my code Louise10, which will get you 10% off your order. I'm going to put on the screen now all the benefits of being a VIP member. It is a very good deal, so it's definitely worth doing. But yeah, so I've used his papers. This is the Tutti Frutti pack, which is one of the two VIP kits that are available. And then the dies that I've used here are from InLoveArtShop. Beautiful dies, really nice. So they cut out these three different sizes of daisy or flower. I suppose they're not really daisies. And then I've just cut them out of two different types of cardstock and interchanged them. So the gold bits that came out of there I've put with the white and vice versa. So here we've got a gold one there, so the white has gone in there. And I just put a pearl in the middle, and yeah, and so that's the card for today. So obviously if you wanted to, you could either write on the back of the tags, or if you wanted to, you could put a white piece on the back here and right here. But I think with the tags, you probably don't need to. You could even leave a white piece here and write on there if you want to. But yes, it's quite a nice card. It stands up on your desk nicely. The base card that I used for this was actually the Dovecraft 180 GSM red card. You know, the little card. It was like a tonal card pack. It's a little bit flimsy for this. I think if you were to use a thicker mat, it would definitely be fine. It's just because my mats and my patterns are not that thick, so it's ended up being a little bit flimsier than I would like it. But it's okay. It just because there is a lot of bulk. That's the thing. There is a lot of bulk to this card, so you don't want to go too thick. So that's why I went for that. But I think I probably could have gone a little bit thicker with my mat. But anyway, we live and learn. But yeah, so as I said, Antonio Makes Louise10. Use that code. If you've gone to InLoveArtShop, use my code IcedImages, and that will get you 20% off. So yeah, so that's the card for today. So let's get into it. Okay, so for this card, you're going to need a base piece of card. Let me just move these pieces off. You're going to need a base piece that is 6 by 10, which is going to be the main base piece. You're also going to need a piece that is 4 by 8 and another piece that's 5 by 5. Okay, so I'm going to show you what to do with all of these. So let's start with getting our scoreboard out. Okay, so we'll start with the 5 by 5 piece first. What you're going to do on this is you're going to score 1/2 inch on all 4 sides. So that's that one done. We can put that to one side. The next piece is 4 by 8. You're going to score in half at 4 inches, and that's going to make you a little 4 by 4 card blank. Okay, and then that's your card blank, so that can go to one side. And next we're going to bring in the piece that is 6 by 10. Now this one's a bit more tricky. So what we're going to do is we're going to start, now my measurements go obviously from the right over to the left. But for the purposes of this one, I'm going to go from the left to the right, just so then it's just a bit easier to work it all out. So what we're going to do is we're going to go 2 inches in from the left-hand side. So this is 8 inches on my board, but it's 2 inches in. And you're going to score down 2 inches. So I'm just going to guesstimate where 2 inches is, about there. I've got a ruler here so I can kind of see. So that's about there. The next one is 4 inches in, so on my board it's going to be at 6 inches, and you're going to score. Okay, and then what we're going to do is I'm going to turn this round and repeat those 2 lines again on here. So on this one here, we're going to go, actually not quite the same, so on this one here we're going to go at 2 inches in again, and I'm going to score down 2 inches. And then the next one, I'm going to go at 6 inches and I'm going to score down 4 inches. That's about there. Okay, so we've got one there. So if I turn this around, I'll switch it around. So we've got this one here, which is 2 inches in, and we come down 2 inches. This one here is all the way top to bottom. We might not need that bottom one, actually, thinking about it. We might not need that bottom one. You might actually need to come, yeah, you just need to come down 4 inches actually on this. I've done it wrong. So first one, come in 2 inches, down 2 inches, come in 4 inches, down 4 inches, come up. So from this side, come from the right hand side up 4 inches and then up 4 inches. And then along for 2 inches and up 2 inches. Okay, so that's, you don't actually need the rest of that there. Okay, so just ignore that bit there. Okay, so now I'm just going to turn this round, and on here I'm just going to measure and mark at 2 inches. So we're going to bring this in here. It's kind of okay, it's there, 2 inches, and then I'm going to do the same on this line here, 2 inches. Okay, and then we're going to go over here. I'm going to come up from the bottom 2 inches here, and I'm also going to come along this line here and come up to 2 inches, 1, 2 to there, like that. Now you can't see my mark, but as soon as I start cutting you'll see what I mean. So now we're going to cut from the bottom of that 2 inch mark to the top of this 4 inch mark. Okay, so you can see your little mark there. Then we're going to go from the top of this 2 inch mark over to the bottom of this one here. Okay, so hopefully you can see that. If you need to screenshot this now, you should be able to see. Yeah, oops, I've just knocked my camera, but hopefully you can see. I'm going to fold all the lines now, and then you'll definitely be able to see it, and then you can screenshot it. And yeah, it's just to be easier, it's sort of like your template then. So what we're going to do is, this is going to be a mountain, this is going to be a valley, this is going to be a mountain. I have actually got this, I've done this card before. Sorry, this is a mountain here, that's a valley. That's a mountain. So you've got mountain, valley, mountain, valley, mountain, valley. Forget that because that shouldn't be there. So that's a mountain, that's a valley. So you end up with that kind of staircase look. So yep, you can see that. Okay, so that's your template basically. So that's 2 inches, 4 inches, 6 inches, 8 inches, 2 inches up, 4 inches up, and then obviously 6 is the top. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead now and just kind of coax it in and make sure it all folds up nicely. So you should end up with that. Okay, so if you fold it right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take our little 4x4 card blank, and that is going to go on here like that. So I'm just going to stick that straight onto there. Okay, so next we want to go ahead and I'm going to decorate all these little squares. So all of these little steps down here, this one, and there'll also be one here. So for this you're going to need quite a lot of pieces. So you're going to need in total 7 matte pieces that are 1 3/4 by 1 3/4 and 7 pattern that are 1.5 by 1.5. So I'm going to go ahead now and stick these down. Okay, so that's what you should have. So now you're going to need in total, you're going to need 4 squares of mat that are 3 3/4 by 3 3/4 and 4 squares of pattern that are 3.5 by 3.5. Now what I've gone and done is I've actually done them with 3 different types of pattern paper. So I've got this one here, and I've also got this, so this one, these are the same. So they're going to go there, and then on the inside here I'm going to put that one and also that one. I just thought I'd break it up a little bit. So that's, in fact I might do it this way around. Yeah, that way around, I think, like that. So I'm going to go ahead and stick those down. Okay, so next you're going to need your 5x5 piece. And what you're going to do is, if you take a Stanley knife, or you can do it in a trimmer, whatever you want to do, you're literally going to cut it in half diagonally. Okay, so before we carry on with this, I'm just going back to one side. You're also going to need one mat piece that is 3.5 by 3.5 and one pattern piece that's 3 by 3. Both of these also need chopping in half diagonally. What I would do is, if you've got paper like mine that you can't necessarily glue, put your tape on the back first, and then when you cut it, it just makes life a whole lot easier. Okay, so I'm going to start by just sticking my pattern onto my mat. Okay, so take your two base pieces, and what we're going to do is where the score lines are, you're just going to go ahead and fold along those lines. And then what we're going to do is you fold that bit over, and then you're going to cut down here. But before we do that, I'm just going to put some red tape just on these two edges first before I do any cutting. Okay, so take one of your pockets, turn it over, and then you're just going to cut along that line there so you don't end up with any tabs showing, and the same on this side, and you're going to repeat the same on that triangle there as well. So you're just going to do it like that, so when you fold those in you don't have anything showing. Okay, so then now what you want to do is you want to go ahead and just cut straight across this corner here, and then hopefully when you bring those two up, that should make a nice little, kind of, whatever that is called, mitered corner. That's the word I'm looking for. A nice mitered corner. If you can hear meowing, that's just my cat being very needy today, wanting my attention, and then I let her in and then she walks off. So there we go, like that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and stick our pattern and mat pieces onto our triangles. So you should end up with two corners like that. So if you bring your original card in, what you're going to do, you can take one of them, and it's up to you which way you want to do it, but I'm going to do it this way so I don't end up losing too much of that butterfly. Just fold it in. I'm just going to stick that down there like that. So I've got a little pocket to put things in. If you wanted to, you could have it that way around, but I think I prefer it that way around like that. So I'm just going to take off the backing off of my tape. I'm only going to do it partially, and then we're going to line this up so it lines up nicely like that. Take the backing out and you end up with a really nice little pocket there. Then I'm going to take the other one, and this one's going to go, I could either do it there or it could go on here. I think I'm going to do it on this one here. I think I prefer it here. Obviously be mindful of the fact that I've still got to close. But yeah, so that's going to go on there. And again, if you want to give it a quick burnish actually before you do this, you might need to burn it after you've stuck it down, just to get a really good edge on that crease. I'm going to take this backing off and stick this one down. Okay, so you end up with that. So I've used this card base that I've used is only about 180 GSM, so I could have done with going a little bit thicker, but I don't want to go too thick because you've got so many layers going on. So it feels a little bit flimsy, but I think once it's, once you've got everything in, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. It will do. So yeah, so that's what we've got so far. So then what we want to do is go ahead and you want to decorate, and you also want to put some little tags in. And I'm also going to go ahead and add in some flowers and some little bees. So this is a die that I got from InLoveArtShop. Beautiful die. And it's got like the three different sizes. Let me find that one. There we go. 3 different sizes. So what I've done is I've cut a whole load out of the white and a whole load out of the yellow. This is actually mirror card, the rainbow card pack from Dovecraft, and then I've just interchanged them. So these petals were in there and vice versa, and then I've just put little pearls in the middle. These little bees come with the flower dies as well. If you go and check out my InLoveArtShop craft haul, which might have come out by now or will be coming out, I'm not sure, but you'll see the dies there. But they're really, really cute, really nice daisies, like little flowers. So yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and decorate, and I will be back with you in a moment. Okay, so I just went ahead, finished off with a It's Party Time there. And then if you open this up, you've got a tag in here. You could even put like a gift card in if you want to. So I've got a tag here you can write a greeting on. These were actually just tag dies I already had. I had a set of 3 nesting tag dies. So I'll just cut the big one out, the medium size. This is actually an Antonio makes from before. I think it was from earlier on this year, January time, I think. But really nice, but it's the same background as what we've got here with the cherries. So that's that there, and then you open it up, and then you've got this one here as well, and I've just put a celebrate on there, and again you've got space to write on the back. So that is that. So yeah, so that's the card for today. So I hope you like it. Please go and check out Antonio Makes, and don't forget to use my code, which is Louise10, and that will get you 10% off, and that applies obviously for the V.I.P kits as well. And also don't forget to go over to InLoveArtShop and check out their dies. So I've got the flower dies that come with the bees. I love these dies so much. They look so cool. And I think it really they just kind of pop because you've got, you know, all that sort of glisteniness just here, there and everywhere. So yeah, it's quite a busy card, but it's quite, you know, it's quite nice, quite fun. So yes, I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. Also, don't forget to use iced images when you use as a voucher code, discount code when you go to InLoveArtShop. I would have put it up on the screen already, but I kind of forgot to mention it. But yeah, so that's the video for today. So I'll see you again next time. Bye.